So if you are brand new to the game or advanced, maybe you're level 50, maybe you're level 40, but you've not used tags as a source to organize your Pokemon. Today I'm going to show you, or at least give you some advice on what I use and some of the best tags you can use to utilize in your Pokemon journey. So we start off with some of the basics. The ones that I think a lot of people use, and especially for PvP. It is going to be the Great League, Ultra League, and Master League, I suppose, at the same time, depending on your level. We use the Ready and also the Project. So as it's pretty standard, the Ready means they are ready to go into said league. Great, Ultra, Master, you organize them however you want. But in terms of them, they're the ones that you can put in your team. You can easily change them whilst in the battle system. You can obviously go and put a team together. You go over to your tags and you've got all of your ready Pokemon at one quick search. And as the Project kind of self-explained really, it is ones that you are not quite leveled up yet. Maybe you need a second move. Maybe you need to power them up, or you just need to evolve them. There is many options there, but it is a perfect tag system to keep in line all of these standard leagues. If you wanted to go for something like the Flying Cup, maybe the Fighting Cup, then yes, that is as well something that is good, but it is a little bit harder if you're not quite clued up on the game. I would personally stick with them, the Ultra, Great, and then Master League to start with, and as you start to then get a lot of Pokemon into your categories, then maybe kind of look outside and maybe try some of them different cups that we get week by week. Then also some tags for Buddy. Again, I use two personally, one for Buddy, so it is just Pokemon that come in and I personally just want to buddy them. They are easy, quick choices then. Whenever I finish with a buddy, or if I'm trying to maybe do a couple, I can obviously go straight into that one and see who is next. And then the other one would be Best Buddy. So because I don't think there's a way to search this, there probably is, but I use tags personally as the way to just find them anyway. I have Best Buddy for ones that personally I have already done, and I want to keep a log of who I've done, or obviously just flex them off in terms of hundreds of them, even though I think I've got about 8. Another great one is Evolving. It's a perfect one to take advantage of double XP, Evolving XP, just generic XP upgrade. That is a perfect one if you're not level 50, because obviously you can store so many in there, and personally I've had 400 in there at once, and they're just there for any XP weekend or obviously event that will give you ×2 for Evolving, plus then a lucky egg on, you get a ×4. It is ×3, I think it is. It is absolutely perfect for their mass evolutions, or if you wanted somebody that's not in your Pokedex. Maybe you've got an Aron, for instance, just to throw an example out there, that you haven't quite got 100 candy for, but you know that you want to evolve that one. That is a perfect one to put any of your buddies in there, and especially with the later generations, obviously they do come with objectives to do as well. Use an incense, feed a handful of times, or just generically walk with. You can have them there and you can tick them off as you go, and it's just another one that you can use as an easy way to know who you need to evolve in your Pokedex. Mega evolutions. Even though yes, you can search this one quite simply. You tap on the on the bar and you can see can be megaed or can be mega evolved. This one is just great for searching every single mega that you want, because realistically, you want to get all of your megas to level 3. It gives you the most amount of bonus, and it doesn't cost you anything after the initial purchase. So if you've already done 5 Charizards, if you can spare the spaces, get them all to level 3. It gives you more and more, even though the cooldown is less. I don't know the actual optimal how many you would need, so you could just do them day by day. I want to say the cooldown, in fact, if we have a look, Charizard should be here, and we should be able to see what it is. Okay, it's a 3-day mega cooldown. So obviously if you are level 2, it is 5, level 1 is 7. So realistically, if you wanted to just have Charizard as your mega, you would need 3 of them to be able to do them day by day, or maybe 4. So if you did 1 on one day, that's got 3 days, so it's 1, 2, then 3. So it might be 3 or 4, because if it's 3 days, it depends on if it's a full 72 hours, then you'd need 4. So you could do one day, as the 3 days roll over, you do the other one the next one, and so forth, but more than likely you will have more dragons, more flyings, if that is what you're going for. But if you did want, for instance, you were hunting fire and dragon, if you don't necessarily have another, say if there was 2 different spawns, there's Charmanders and there's also, say, Dratinis, A Charizard would be perfect because you'd Mega 1 and you'd get bonuses for both. If you was obviously just doing for fire, then you could go with someone like a Blaziken. But that is a perfect one to keep all of your Megas in. Every day you can just go and check every single one ready to Mega and do it for free and just keep them tier 3s rolling in. And that would then give you another tag, which would be a max level Mega. Two little cracking ones, and one is mainly because of the event that's going on right now. We have trades, which is a standard. Obviously, if you've got shinies, if you've got legendaries, if you really wanted to, that you are wanting to trade for something else, normally this would be mainly shinies because a lot of people, in terms of normal legendaries, people want the shinies. They're so accessible with money, unfortunately, that people just now hunt for the shinies. And unless you've got a lucky trade and you just don't have any shinies to do, then a legendary might be worth there, maybe keeping one or two. Could be, but I tend to keep my com days, any duplicate shinies in there, just in case I come across anybody that needs one of them. And the second one is common trades. So this is mainly aimed towards this event right now. So every trade we get a guaranteed 1XL. That is absolutely spot on because that means if you need a max level, so for instance, if we wanted to max my Charizard, you would need 296 XL. I don't know what the shadow is for that. In fact, I have got a shadow Charizard, so that would be 296 for a normal and 360 for a shadow. So I would need to trade 360 Charmander to get a max level 50 or enough XL candies to be able to do that. So I've kept all my Dratinis, my Bagons, my Rolts, anything of value to just trade with my partner, to trade with anybody who I play Pokemon with genuinely. Then you can obviously get your XL. Doesn't matter what I trade because the main thing that I'm trying to get there is my actual XL. I don't care about the lookies for that sort of stuff. I'm just trading it away to guarantee more candies because why not, and then also the XL every single time. But that is an event right this second, but obviously in the future that can come out again. I then have two more that are pretty useful. Need second move. So this is a perfect one for if you are looking at PvP quite heavily. This is just great to see any that you do need. I do normally do a lot of the 10,000 pretty much straight away, but it's more for the 50,000, 75,000, even 100,000 on the legendaries. If I kind of know what I'm looking at, if I find that something's nearly maxed out, maybe I want to look at potentially putting that second move on because Master League would be really beneficial to have that second move. And I would kind of just, it's one of them that you don't necessarily need, but it is quite helpful just to categorize everything pretty easily. And the second one, which is just gone, so if you are starting now, make sure that you are putting this one in, and that is getting rid of the move you get with Shadow. I believe it's Frustration. You want to get rid of that straight away whenever you can. And the way you get rid of that is normally in a Rocket event. We've only just had one, so I think we normally get 2 or 3 throughout the year, and they are spread quite evenly, unfortunately, but you can get rid of every single one with one fast TM as soon as that event's live, and that is brilliant. So save all of your shadow. If you've got any shadows that need to be saved and you want to get rid of that move, wait until the Rocket go, but get them in a tag, because believe me, you will forget about so many Pokemon that do have it and you've just completely left them in and they're in your 1,500, 2,000 storage just buried there, and then the event will go, you've still got that move on there. Make sure you have that one. That one's a vital one. Then there's 4 more that it depends. It depends on what you want. It depends on a flex or if you just want to keep track of what you're powering up. So we have level 40, power to 40, level 50, and power to 50. So realistically, my power to 50s predominantly are my 100% or anything close to. So for instance, legendaries that are 98%, or if I've already started it, I will put them into there. Level 40 is my unshores. If I've got a 98% Swampert, I might not go all the way to level 50 yet, but it is a chance in the future that I might do. So at least if I know he's level 40, I know where he is. I know if I want to make that jump of an extra 10. And normally I'll get the XLs before that. As you can imagine, I've only got one level 50 at the moment, but we are still grinding to get more done. Another one for the preparation ahead. Very much like the evolution one, we have the ×2 transfer. So again, this is more based on if you've got a large storage amount and you've not kept a lot of Pokemon. But what it is basically on events, normally spotlight hours or something, kind of like event weekends, you will get a double transfer bonus. So for instance, instead of getting one candy from doing a Dratini or for instance a Lugia, you will then get 2, 3, 4, it can go up that much, but you will get multiple candy for transferring. So if you already are transferring all of your legendaries, but you know in a week's time, in 2-3 weeks times, you will get double, then hold on to them, put them into that category and transfer them all as soon as that event goes live and double your candies. These are perfect for legendaries just purely because you need to get a lot, and instead of raiding hardcore, spending a lot of money or traveling very, very far and wide to be able to get all of these gyms or raids done, you can easily get extra bonus for doing it. And then we have, to finalize, some cosmetic ones. Shiny, we have event, and then I believe we also have Hundo. These are not necessarily needed and are very searchable very quickly. Event is just costume in the search. Hundo is just a 4 and a star, and obviously with the shiny, it is just typing in shiny. But these again are just to see a quick number. I can literally swipe to the left and I can see them all there and ready. Yes, it is still very lazy, but organization for this is perfect because obviously I can just quickly search in and you're absolutely golden. You've got everything there. It is more of a cosmetic one and most definitely doesn't have a major use other than just keeping track of your numbers, to be honest. Sometimes I like to see my shinies because, for instance, we are currently on 363. I'd like to know the 400th shiny I catch or the 500th shiny I've catched, because then we can see in that we have got all of them up to date. And that is going to be our tags. Very, very useful at times and good at organizing your Pokemon, because I'm very much like everybody else. When you go into your main search, sometimes you just get a bit overwhelmed and you forget when you caught stuff and you have to keep changing the order by CP, order by evolution, by number, and you just completely forget where you're going. Whereas with the organization tabs and obviously favoriting all of the stuff so nobody transfers them by accident, done that before, then obviously you can do that and have it all in one place. And that is going to be my tags. So let me know if there's any more useful tags you personally use in Pokemon, and let me know if there was any useful tips in this one. But apart from that, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.